It's all set in stone. The Detroit Lions have a 7-member Detroit Lions 2025 draft class. Let's review some of the top picks, maybe any concerns. Here today is Christian Boer, Lions on SI writer. Christian, overall, I think the draft went well for the Detroit Lions in terms of plugging holes, finding players for the future. I will say this, there is a reasonable understanding that some of the later round picks might have more impact down the road than immediately. But you also have to remember the Detroit Lions have a stacked roster. So part of the draft was to fill holes, as evidenced by the Tyleik Williams pick. And then there's some room for development down the road with Isaac Tesla and Ahmed Hassanian. I do think that there's potential growth. But what's your level of concern for 2025? Because this draft class is solid, rated, graded amongst, unfortunately graded amongst the worst in the league. But I do think the Lions did find players that suit their needs. And I think that the best way I'm describing it is a draft class that's going to deliver, but maybe not right away in 2025.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about when you put in the class as a whole, just kind of how to evaluate it. Because, in my opinion, you see the vision with a lot of these guys early on in their careers, what they're going to do, how they can help the Lions in the immediate future. And I think that when you look at their first 4 picks, with Tyleik Williams, Tate Ratledge, Isaac Tesla, and Miles Frazier, those are all guys that could help them as soon as 2025 and like be significant contributors. And I think you can say the same about Ahmad Hassanin as well. Like these are all guys that could theoretically help them in 2025 and beyond. But I think the problem is that they aren't their best version of themselves yet. And so in a way, I think that that's really good for the Lions because you're betting on your coaching staff to unlock the potential with these players. You talk about Tyleik Williams. He's a very good run defender, but he needs to step up in pass rush production. Tate Ratledge has been banged up a little bit. Super athletic. Can you unlock the physicality? He's going to be mean. Can you get him to his highest point in terms of potential? Isaac Tesla, super fast, really good tester, didn't have the production at Arkansas. Can you find a way to unlock that potential so that he's putting up numbers? And I think in the Lions scheme, he's a really good fit and can complement Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams really well. So those are just my thoughts on a couple of the guys. I think that development is the key word because you see the vision. These are all good players, but now they all have 1 or 2 things that they need to find and improve upon in order to reach their full potential. So I'm really excited to see how the Lions approach their development.
No doubt, Christian. And the one thing we can clearly state as a fact that if the Detroit Lions target you, go through their process, they end up making potential trades, trading up to get you. So what a strong statement for a prospect when the Detroit Lions, I think they executed 3 or 4 draft trades in this year and even giving up significant capital to move up for Tesla. So I'm curious to see, like you said, the key word is they drafted now. Now the next step is development. And you hope that some of these prospects take advantage because the Lions are going to count on some of these guys to fill some holes down the road with some aging veterans.